goal. So welcome, ladies, to create your best year yet, and how to really make those goals stick. And I really find at this time of the year, we're talking about New Year's resolutions. We're talking about vision. We're all getting a word. We're working on our vision boards. And sometimes when we get into this mode, we get into that excitement, right? We're creating new, we're cutting pictures out of magazines, and we're on the new path to a new life, our new vision, and all these exciting things that are in our future. And so unfortunately, the stats show that 82% of us are gonna leave our goals, forget about the goals, not stay committed to our goal after 60 days. And only 1% of us is going to carry through our goal for a year. So as we go along, we lose our momentum, we lose interest, and sometimes it gets hard, and it does get hard. Sometimes it gets hard to walk into that fear. It gets hard to walk the path. It gets hard to start stepping into our vision. And so having a plan, having a system to follow is really beneficial. You know, I was thinking today about my mentor. Her name is Sammy. And I always felt a pull that I was meant to be doing something else. This was about 2 to 3 years ago. And I kept getting this idea, I kept getting this message, I kept getting these thoughts. And, you know, I ended up meeting her on a podcast or a summit where I could see what she was sharing and how she helps people build their brand. And I really liked her. And so I started following her. I had a call with her. And when I went into this call, I kind of thought that I should be creating a journal or a day timer or something along those lines. And she really helped me to think really big. And I think often we allow fear to limit our thoughts. It limits our dreams. It limits our vision. And so sometimes we just need that person, that coach, that mentor that can really expand our thinking and see the possibilities that we can't see because of the fear. And often we'll have those limiting beliefs also that stop us and get in the way and keep us from pursuing our dreams. And so once we can see that vision and see maybe the path that we were really meant to be going on, and you know, I went into her program, and at the very beginning, we start working on our vision and our what our values are. And then she says, okay, let's do a monthly webinar. And I'm like, I can't do a webinar. Like, there's no way I can't do that. And she says, well, yeah, you can. We just have to work through it. And she says, what do you love to talk about? And instantly it was vision. And she says, okay, it's perfect. And you know, from that thought and that conversation, it's evolved into this business that I'm now stepping into. And I think if someone wouldn't have presented that to me, there's no way I would have come up with that. And even if I did, I wouldn't have the courage to step forward into it. And I'm not saying that to say, hey, look at me and all I've done. I'm just saying that sometimes we just have to have that strategy and those goals set out in order to be living that life that we dream about, and the life that presents so many opportunities in other areas, that we're really living out our purpose, living out our vision, and on a mission to help so many other people. So it's interesting how fear will come up and keep us stuck. Fear will come up and keep us where we are and keep us in our comfort zone and just not allowing us to go forward. But if we can get around that, and I always say, you know, fear is that door that's sitting in front of us. And sometimes we're in that hallway trying to get that door open. Sometimes we're in that quicksand and then that mucky waters in front of that door, just waiting for the opportunity, waiting for the key to open that door. So we're knocking, right? We're knocking. I want something different. I want some change. What do I do? Where do I go? What am I supposed to be doing? So sometimes just recognizing the fear that comes up can be so, so helpful. And so when we get into this process of goal setting and creating a strategy about what we want to do with this idea, with this vision, with this dream that we have inside of us, it's all about the plan. And what do they say? Fail to plan? No, planning to failing
Failure
to
to
plan is
plan
planning to
is fail.
fail. Which is so true. And I just believe also in the quote of is today we plan for tomorrow. Today is when we plan for tomorrow. If we don't have a plan about what we're doing for this month, for this 90 days, for this year, right? How do we plan our
Well,
week? How do we plan our day? How do I show up today? What am I doing? What is my purpose? What is my mission according to my vision? So once we have all of this in line, it gets easier, right? We're just walking the path. And then a lot of times
according to
more
my
is coming
vision.
to us, more opportunities are opening up, more people are there for us to help. And we're just amazed at what's happening and all the miracles that are presenting as we're going along this journey. So we have that idea, right? We're getting clear. We have that dream. We have that vision. We start setting some intentions. This is my intention for today. This is my intention for this week. This week is going to meld into this month in what I want to be doing. We create the strategy around it, which is basically just a plan and some goals. And then we start to do the work. So if we do all of this, and I think that's where people fail within these first 60 days, is that we create all this strategy and all the plans and do all that fun stuff. And then it comes down to doing it and implementing and taking the action and being accountable to ourselves in saying and doing what we say that we're going to do. So it really is a process and it's a work in progress over time. But if we have the right resources, we can really set ourselves up for success. And so I'm just going to share my screen. Um, okay, so we're going to go into present mode. I didn't do that. Okay, so here we are. Create your best year yet and how to make those goals stick. So this is a really, you may have seen this before if you've been on my classes before, but this is a video, just a lady talking about fear. Can you hear that?
No.
Okay. Sorry. I have to go into share sound.
I didn't realize.
Sorry, I can't see all of my, oh, here we go. Okay, sorry, try that again.
That you have a block to abundance? Is there any place in your life where you have resentment, anger, frustration, or fear? Because my philosophy is fear is your friend. Fear is your best friend. And we all like to say, all is love, God is love, everything is love. So is fear love? Is fear love, or do we want to get rid of fear? How many people want to get rid of fear? How many people want to befriend fear? So if fear is your best friend, and it's there to show you where you have trauma, where you need more support, where you need to process more, can fear be love? So if fear is love, fear is your friend, we don't need to get rid of it.
Love that. And just, yeah, it's such an indicator of some of the work that we need to do. So a cool way of looking at fear. Okay, goal setting. So this is the fun part. So we always start with a brainstorm. We're brainstorming an idea, we're brainstorming that dream, we're brainstorming your vision. And it's really just, some people will use the Post-it notes. Some people will just write down random ideas on their paper, but it really starts out just with all of the ideas that you come up with. And I always say that we have to hold on to our vision. So the more time that we spend working on our vision, those 5, 10, 20 minutes every day, it's always changing, it's always evolving, it's always getting richer and deeper. And all of those ideas kind of stack on one another as we are going through that brainstorm process. So it always just starts with that idea. And if you're starting to hear a message, you're getting a thought, you're receiving, kind of thinking about that idea quite often, it's something just to pay attention to, because that's part of maybe something that you need to be working on. Maybe that's part of your vision. Maybe that's someone that you should be working with. Maybe it's just a part of your business that you need to be growing. So it's such a great idea and practice just to pay attention to those thoughts that you start receiving. So this is an example of a mind map. So a lot of ladies, a lot of clients that I have just need help with their social media strategy. So this is a mind map regarding that. So one of the things that we want to do is we want to show up on social media 5 times a week, just for example. Another thing that we want to do is know our 5 pillars. So when I'm on social media, what am I going to talk about? And where am I going to be? What platforms am I going to be on? And where do I show up? How can I be accountable in what I'm doing? Who can help me with that? And knowing what I'm going to talk about each day of the week is a great resource to have. And that goes along with our content strategy plan. So just planning that out ahead of time and getting that down on paper can help us just create some strategy around that. One thing about goals is that it's important to have a SMART goal. So something that's specific and measurable, something that's attainable, that's relevant, and that is time bound. So it goes along the lines of how much and by when. And it's all going to be relevant and relatable back to our original goal, our big, hairy, audacious goal, or that vision that we're creating these goals around. So having a SMART goal just helps to keep us on track and keeps track of numbers if that's what we're tracking, and just is a goal that can be determined if it's achievable. And sometimes, I don't like the word on this, but I like the definition. So we set SMART goals, and we can also have a dumb goal. So a goal that's dream driven, a goal that's uplifting and maybe coming from our heart, coming from our soul. That can be a great goal. It's method friendly, so it's easy to create a strategy around, and it's behavior triggered, which means it gets us out of bed in the morning and wants us to go and pursue this goal or a dream. And like I say, I don't like the name of it, but I do like the acronym and what it stands for. So this is one of the worksheets that we use a lot in the mastermind. So just talking a lot about the goal, why the goal is important to me, and just those steps, identifying the steps that I need to achieve that goal. And what I really love about this sheet is that it identifies the obstacles that are going to come up for me. So I can just sit with that for a moment and just recognize the fear that might come up when I'm thinking about pursuing this goal and stepping into it. So when I do that, I can work around those solutions for that obstacle. And so that's beneficial to have. So this can be a weekly goal. This could be, it could be a daily goal. It could be a goal for your first 30 days in your month. So whatever that is for you. And it's so important to remember to celebrate and what that reward is going to be when you've achieved that goal. So depending on what that might be for you, it might be a coffee out. It might be just some time out sitting in your favorite chair with a cup of tea. And it might be going out for supper or a weekend away or a massage or whatever that is for you. But I think it's really important to set that up ahead of time and remember to celebrate your goals. at the end of the week or end of the month or whatever that might be. And so from that goal, let's just say from that goal sheet, let's just say that was for 30 days. We break all of this down into daily tasks. Okay, so today, what am I going to do that helps me get closer to that goal on that sheet? I often will just post that sheet so that I can see it. I'll put it on my whiteboard with some magnets, and I know that that's my goal that I'm striving for in the next week or the next 30 days or what have you. So this is something that breaks it down. I like it because it has a tracker also, so we can track the water that we've been drinking, maybe the movement, maybe the journaling that we've been doing, maybe the meditation that we did in the morning, and just has a little bit of a schedule on there so we can keep track of appointments or trainings or whatever. So I do like this one. It's got a little bit of area at the bottom for just some information if you have it. So I really like that sheet. And whether we use a journal, I really love my journal. I got a smaller one this year. It's a Legend planner. I get it from Amazon, and it's just got space in it. I have my vision in here. There's daily trackings for every day. Lots of lists and lots of space for writing. So that's my favorite. And then, so this is something fun, when I was in network marketing, we would always have a goal if there's an incentive trip or something, if you're looking for more customers or more teammates, or you're looking for volume in order to participate in a contest. This is really fun to do, and you just color it in as you go along. So yeah, it's just something fun to keep you inspired. So this is the Goal Getters Accountability Program, and I always offer 2-week trial period. So if you wanted to come in and try this out, that would be beautiful. So it's a Facebook group, and every day during the week, I will post just an inspirational and motivational post every day. So this was today's post, and this is just a little bit, oh my, that's hard to read. But just a little bit of inspiration there that keeps you motivated for the week. So what people do is on a Monday, we come in and we share our goals in the comments of each post. So my goal for this week is to do 5 videos, reach out to 10 people, contact so-and-so, and whatever it is for you. So that's my Monday post. On Tuesday, in the comment section under the Tuesday post, I'm going to just post everything that I did that day in relation to achieving my goal. So it's keeping me accountable. It's keeping me accountable to my goal for the week. It's keeping me accountable in the day, just so that I'm in there, just recording what I am doing. And it's keeping me accountable in just consistently stepping in when you know that someone is there. And it's really important that we are committed to ourselves, and that we are keeping our commitment to ourselves in those goals that we set out at the beginning of the week. So every day of the week, we'll have a post with some inspiration and motivation on it. And then on the Friday, we celebrate. On the weekend, we give an option of being committed or not. Sometimes we just take that as a rest and recharge time. But that's basically how the group works. And so, like I say, it's just motivation for your goals, and it's someone that's out there that's keeping you accountable to the things that you say that you're going to do. So if you'd like to join, I do offer the free 2-week trial. I'm doing monthly coaching calls at the beginning of the month, and we can catch those on the first Wednesday, and there's motivation and support on all of the posts that you comment on. So whenever you comment on whatever you've done for that day, there'll be some way to go, or you've got this or whatever, to keep you motivated. And this is one program that's also included in the mastermind. So that's another option too, is the bi-weekly coaching with the mastermind, and includes the accountability group, and includes a few other things too. So that is the system for keeping on track with your goals, and just looking for some accountability support in whatever it is that you are going to be doing. Okay, so I'm just going to